Can a granny flat be complying development? What do you need to know about granny flats and complying development? My name is Colin Frager from Council Approval Group. Now, we have done thousands of these, and it's really important for you to understand the process. So, depends on which jurisdiction you're in and which state you're in as to which is the best way to get council approval, or any approval by that means, whether it's council or through a certifier, depends on where you're based. What we have found is that there's some benefits, pros and cons for each way. So a traditional council approval process, you lodge the application with council. You use different pieces of legislation to be able to get your granny flat in place. The council process then is managed by someone like us at the Council Approval Group. Alternatively, there's the certification process or code assessment. And it's often sprouted or spruiked as a way of fast tracking your approval process so you can get your construction earlier. However, it comes with a few very important qualifications. One is that for complying development, it needs to be spot on. So you need to 100% comply with the rules. There's no room for any departure, otherwise the certifier can't sign off on it. Whereas if you move over here to the council has discretion. Council has the opportunity to approve things with the right planning arguments for departures. So maybe we can get a better outcome for you if you go with council. Back over to the complying process, it's also encouraged sometimes because it can be what people say an easier path for documentation. What we found though is that both, they're pretty much the same. There's not too much work more involved for a council approval process than a complying development process. The third thing that I like to talk about with the complying side of things is that sometimes people say, well, it's a quicker path to approval. It's faster. Let's do it. Let's get it happening. What we find is though that although once you have it successfully accepted by the certifier, it's quicker, but there's a huge amount of front-end work because it's got to be 100% compliant. Whereas you can often get the plans approved quicker and the application into council quicker. And just because you save an extra month, I don't know, maybe 2 months with council, with the complying compared to council, it doesn't really matter because property is a long end game, yeah? And you want to get the best possible outcome. So depending on which way you want to go, we can certainly help you with either, but that's just some thoughts, and it depends on your jurisdiction, certainly your area. If you do have a project in mind, please contact us, Council Approval Group. If you jump onto our website at councilapproval.com.au, you'll be able to book in for a consultation to speak to one of our team. We won't be able to go into the detailed rules of complying development and granny flats, but what we will do is give you a roadmap for success, the next step, what you need to do, and then make a recommendation. It's probably going to be what we call a preliminary planning assessment. Allows us to really go into detail your project, your site, your zoning, which is going to be the best path for approval. Okay. Also, please grab a copy of your ultimate guide in achieving council approval. So this magazine is something that we put together for people like you if you want to understand the process a little bit better about granny flats. And my last thought is, please don't sign up to a granny flat builder or prefabrication place before you grab this magazine or before you consider whether or not that's the best for you. Because if we can get you an approval in place without you signing up to a project home builder or a prefab place that you see advertised around, it means that you can then tender out to a whole bunch of different builders, get the best possible outcome for your property. Don't get locked into one builder at this early stage, please. That would be my tip if you were to give me permission to give you from my own personal portfolio. Okay, my name is Colin Frager. Look forward to talking with you again. And yeah, I wish you every success.